I think he did it. Keyword, I think he did it. I'm 94% sure. But if I'm 94% sure, that still leaves a 6% chance that he didn't do it. So it is quite weird how you sort of comment on OJ Simpson's passing because for me, I remember growing up and I was like, bro, how long does a freaking court case take? And I would walk into like my dad's place, on my mom's place, and CNN would be on, and this court case would be on. I was like, wait, why is this such a freaking big deal? So obviously, after the fact, now I know why it was such a big deal. Because I was just thinking about it before I did this right now. It's like, if it's 2024 and I was on that jury thing, maybe I vote guilty based off the evidence. Maybe I do. In 1995, only a few years after Rodney King, and you have the whole concept of McForman, and you have a guy who is a racist policeman. I'm like, but even now, if you just have that McForman in there, I'm like, I get the evidence, but I get the motive, but then the gloves don't fit, and you have this racist policeman who we know is proven to be racist, and we know how racist policemen will plant evidence to mess up black people. So it's just one of those things where, what is the point of the justice system then? So if a guy, the jury of his peers, is deemed innocent, none of us were there. None of us were there. None of us have evidence. What can we say? You see, Derek Chauvin, 100% he's guilty. 100%. Or you can even say 99.9999%. But you can say 100% because we all watched it. We all saw him, and we all watched him murder someone. And now that child of Satan is now rightfully in jail. So for that child of Satan, that is clean clear. Most of the world don't know what the hell happened, because the only people that know what happened are those three individuals, potentially. As in, maybe it was OJ, or maybe it was someone else. So it was the OJ or the killer that was there. So it's because for so long, like, the whole thing was, look, he did it, and he got off. And I think you have to understand that, like, at that time, because of the justice system with black people, because of what happened with Rodney, guys, do you know how crazy the Rodney King thing is? Because context is so very key. You saw 5-6 policemen beat the living crap out of a defenseless black man live on camera, and all those policemen got off. And no one said anything. But say, oh well, you see, so for that, hey, it's a justice system, they went to court and they were found innocent, even if we saw that. But then people were like, well, they were found innocent. But then for OJ, where there is no video evidence, there is no CCTV, we didn't see what we saw with those policemen and Rodney King. But now it's like, oh my gosh, he's definitely guilty. I'm like, no, you cannot say he's definitely guilty. You can say he's most likely to be guilty. You can't say he's definitely guilty. Those policemen, those devil creatures, those children of Satan who beat up Rodney King, no, they're definitely guilty because we saw it with our eyes. We all saw it. None of us saw what OJ did. None of us did. So all we have is, like, based off the evidence, based off the powerful motive, he's most likely guilty. Most likely ain't good enough, bro. Most likely is not good enough. So what are you gonna say? But it's an interesting one because I just got done watching the Cam and Mace tribute to OJ Simpson because he was on there. It is what it is thing, and it's like, that's the key thing. Like, for white people, it is what it is. Boom. But if you're a black person in media, should you come out and publicly be like, yeah, man, F this guy. That guy is a devil guy. Because I'm sorry, like, you don't know for sure. So basically, if I was someone in media and they come into comments up like, no comments, I'll say condolences to his family, members. That's what I did. But no, it's like the famous thing. If you have nothing good to say, just say nothing at all. Because this isn't like Adolf dying or Idi Amin dying, or any of these guys who we know for a fact, for a full-on fact, these were evil people, for a full-on fact. For O.J. Simpson, we just don't know for sure. It's one thing knowing for sure someone is evil, and it's one thing thinking maybe, perhaps, potentially. So like those policemen, we know for sure, those policemen who beat on Rodney King, we know for sure those are evil people. We know that's for sure. So it's a weird one, because can you view someone as guilty if they've not been convicted in a court of law and you don't know for full sure that they actually did what they did? You know, can you? Does that make sense? Because if we do that, that is a very slippery slope. If we now convict people because we believe most likely they did something, that is a very slippery slope. And you have to keep that same energy. That's a very slippery slope that you're going on there, So yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Crazy.